Hello everyone, welcome to the Pequeno pod with Señor Pequeños. If you want episodes early, bonus episodes, special guest interviews, and other perks, please consider supporting us on Patreon, which will give you all of those things for the price of one coffee cup per month. You can find us at patreon.com/pequenopod, Pequeno pod. Otherwise, enjoy this free episode, and I hope you have an awful day.
You're an idiot.
Whoa!
Hello, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back, guys. I'm just sitting in the abyss out in space.
Just TV static.
Oh my gosh. I still have vertigo, so this could be an interesting episode when I start throwing up violently.
Well, that's fun.
I might, take out my ears every once in a while just to check and make
Take out
sure.
your
You're gonna
ears?
take off your...
Mr. Potato Head style.
I just, take off my... Yeah, if that was the case, you think I'd be wearing this nose? I don't think so.
Got him.
I look abysmal because, I haven't been able to go get a haircut because I'm worried about, I'm probably good enough to get one right now, but I'm worried about, being in the chair and then all of a sudden, having it hit and then being like, hey, quick question. Could you pull the scissors away from my face while I throw up into the sports clips sink?
Sports clips? Oh yeah, I forgot you had to go sports.
That would be a nice newspaper story, especially right after I have my name in another article.
Oh yeah.
New St. Louis TikTok artist violently ill in the local sports clip.
Violently ill.
Vomits all over every single...
You must have gotten the hot towel, dude.
I laughed kind of semi-hard there. My brain was like, oh, you want me to shut down? Yeah, I can do that.
You laugh and your body just flies off screen.
It's like one of those...
You know those edits when they're like, ah!
Well, like the edits where it switches for me to a Raggedy Ann doll just up against the wall. Remember was it Vine where they had you could stop filming and they had a ghost filter where it would show you what was going on in the last frame?
Yeah.
I could never get that right. I never understood how people were able to do that. I felt
It gives you the
somehow my
outline.
hand would change midway. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm changing.
I'm changing.
Wait a minute, my dick got smaller somehow between takes.
What are you filming on Vine?
It got cold. Yeah, oh my god.
I'm making sex tapes.
You know,
You
back
know
when
what?
sex
6
tapes were 6 seconds, just like
Yeah.
they are
Seconds is
now
all
for
I
me.
need, baby.
Yeah.
Come quickly, pretty tough talk for someone that didn't come at all.
Jesus Christ.
And people are like, why did they come back? Why doesn't Daniel just
Why did they what?
die?
Stop, no.
That's good. That's good.
Can you hear the vacuum in the background?
Surprisingly not. Usually
Okay,
I can
good.
hear every single bug moving in your house.
Every bug? True.
Say it like that.
Because you know they're there.
Of course they're there. They're just living in the walls and waiting for the warm weather to come back.
It's so upsetting.
You know what? I took a nap at noon because I didn't sleep last night, and then turned into a full sleep. Yep, slept till 6, and then
That's good.
I was
You're
awoken.
so weird though. You're like, couldn't sleep last night. Then I just slept 7 hours during the day. Wow,
I
I'm so
know.
stupid. It's like, no, that's good. You need to sleep.
So you caught up on your sleep. Oh,
Yeah.
You
no,
literally
I
caught
don't
up,
know.
and you're like, that's a bunch of baloney.
Well, yeah, I get mad.
Okay,
'cause
dude.
then I'm like,
Okay,
what a
Big
waste of my
Pharma.
day. Yeah, what a waste of my day.
All right, Ben
And this
Shapiro.
morning, all the leaves were green everywhere. And then when I woke up, leaves were changing colors, and I was like, how long have I been fucking sleeping?
hibernation, dude. What was that?
I wouldn't doubt it. If anyone would be one of those coma hibernation cases, or those
Lively.
spontaneous comas, it would be Lively. The right,
Wakes up and
the
there's
right.
snow outside.
Yeah, where does
It
go?
was July.
She wakes up. There's snow outside, wasps inside. She's like, "What is going on?"
Yep.
Just another
Doctors
Tuesday.
are like, her body was the right mixture of Dr. Pepper and no water. Her body is just like, you know when like acid is like dripping out of the wrong like container? Like that's just like what her body is. It's like not built to contain
Her
the things
family's
she's
like,
putting in it.
go outside with the dogs.
Go outside. Yes.
The dogs are the only thing that can get close enough to like the steam coming from her skin.
She's just glowing at night.
Every once in a while they lose a dog. They're like, wait, what happened to... Oh, never mind.
I got hungry.
It just melts.
Oh my god.
It just grows another head. The radiation's too strong.
My dog is right here with me.
Covers
You
ears.
don't have to show us. We know what the dog looks like.
Like
Stop being mean.
he's just here.
I'm kidding.
He's afraid of the vacuum. That's
Aww. Poor guy. I think that's so funny that we're like, oh, how could he be afraid of the thing that's sucking and never stops? Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, what a
Why aren't we all afraid of the vacuum, honestly? Goodness.
Everyone's a hoarder. Oh!
You wade through like 2 feet of dust to get to your door to open it. Hey, man, how's it going? Good to see you. Dust turns into like grass in 2030.
The air you can chew.
So thick. You slurp it up. It's like soup.
Oh.
Dry soup.
This is the podcast that keeps on giving. Every other future movie is like, what if we had flying cars, moving sidewalks? We're like, what if dust was the new grass?
What if dust was thicker? That's so nasty.
I know, right? I was
Pass
like,
out. Can you imagine if I passed out right then? You know how funny that would be? I would be
and your head
happy.
just slams into the computer.
I'm just like,
Alright, we're gonna end it there.
that would actually get us some good TikTok views. I wouldn't be...
TikTok.
I'd be okay with that. This is the way my brain works now. I'm not quite to like a news reporter level, but every time something bad happens with me, I'm like, where's my phone? I shit you not. I will send you the videos. I'm not lying. 10 minutes before we were supposed to start filming, so 7:50. 9:33. Anyway, at 7:50, when I was like, all right, time to get started and record this podcast, the fire alarm goes off. And if you haven't heard me talk about our fire alarm before, it's like each room has a speaker. Well, yeah, that too. I shit myself. Anyway, each room has a speaker on it because we live in an apartment building. What?
A pair of pants later.
Yeah. 3 pairs of pants later. 1 dog later.
Yep.
I'm sitting there.
It's beeping that long. Wow.
I'm trying to wade through all the dust to get to my door and get out, but I can't quite get there. Anyway, so we have a speaker. Every room has a speaker, so it's like a tornado siren, actually. It's like, ooh, you know, I can't make it really loud or I'm going to pass out. Yeah, that, ooh, fire. Ah! Can you imagine that at night? 3 a.m. Ooh, the building's on fire. Where is it? Ooh, first floor, 3rd floor.
They don't even tell you.
Yeah, it's under your bed.
Is it under your bed or take the elevators? Ooh.
And then you insert that picture of the elevator that exploded that Daniel saw.
Yeah, oh man, that's a fun memory. Yeah. Anyway, so the tornado siren goes off, which already is like splitting my brain open because I'm still have vertigo, and then like after the tornado siren, it's an automated like emergency, attention, emergency. There is an emergency in the building. Please run to the nearest exit.
Run.
And yeah. So the first thing I did as soon as the sound started was I grabbed my phone and I was like, what videos can I do with this? And I got about 4 videos out of it. So I got to decide which ones are any good. But
Daniel, you're going to die if you keep this up. Please, just get out.
one of them was literally
Just record the audio once and you're good.
That's actually that's what I should have
Dub it
done.
in.
That's what I should have done. I'm not smart like that because I'm stupid. But anyway,
The fire's approaching, and he's like, one more take.
Close to the
hold
front.
on, I could get another 100,000 views out of this.
Yeah.
No. But so
Going live.
Flame.
Well, the employee clicks in after like a minute of this happening, and they're like, "We're checking to see if like this is real or not. Please, in the meantime,
Hold on.
go to the."
Imaginary fire.
Wait. So they're ringing the emergency alarm, and they're like, maybe.
Literally, it's a tornado siren followed by someone yelling emergency like a robot, followed by them by going. I mean, it might be. We don't really know. So.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
check real quick.
Emergency. I mean, I don't really know for sure, but
Oh no.
I would move immediately.
I know. I was like, is there a fire?
I literally
Was
stayed
there?
there. I literally stayed there because I was like, I don't want to go out and talk to people.
Oh my god.
Dude.
So
Don't talk to anyone.
They
You
were
should have
terrible.
just went out with your eggs and then everybody would have stayed away from you.
They're like, oh god, I could smell it.
You mean my bag of peas I just made? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's why the alarm went off.
Yeah,
He's
they're like,
making peas again. He's
stinky.
making peas again.
Stinky alert, stinky alert.
Peas and
Mandatory-
eggs.
Healthy bitch alert. Healthy bitch alert.
Mandatory window opening alert.
Stink. It's just the Daniel alarm.
Get that out of here. Open the windows.
Oh, who invited this guy?
People are just booing me outside on their like front porches and on their patios and stuff.
Why does he live here?
It's the opposite of like clapping for the like healthcare workers and stuff. They're just like boo every night at the same
They're
time
like,
when he
Choked
starts
on my
cooking.
water.
Verta, come? No. Verta, go. Get out of here, you fucking weak ass bitch. Yeah, can you imagine if I passed out right before that alarm went? That'd be great. What a great
Oh my
way to
God.
end. Yeah, it seems
To
like he
end
put up no
everything?
struggle. It seems like the alarm went off and he went to sleep on the floor. What an idiot.
This bozo is a deep sleeper.
You bozo, it's not nighttime.
Silly. You know when the Pompeii volcano exploded and then there's just like the one figure of the guy who's jerking off and it's like this guy really saw the volcano erupt and was like, I know what
One
I'm
last
doing.
time.
Yeah, I know. I was like, jeez. Because like he
For a
had to
second
have
there, I was
heard
like,
it
where were you
and
going?
seen stuff and then he decided like this is the last thing I'm
gonna
gonna
lay
do.
down on the cave floor.
Yeah. Have you seen
Cave
it?
floor?
It's just him laying down jerking off.
Dude, I'm like, my brain's already half fizzing out. That face showed up in your back VCR thing, and I was like,
I
is
saw
that a
it too, I was
person?
I was like,
Hello?
"Oh."
Nick, there's a white man looking in your door right now. I gotta be honest,
Yeah.
that's
Happens all the
scaring me.
time. Usually he wears a hat.
The Hat Man?
Who?
Oh. It makes me laugh every time.
That's what me and my brother said when my uncle took my cousin's pills when she got her wisdom teeth removed. Remember,
Wait, what?
he thought it was his daily vitamin, and he took her like
Oh, yeah,
oxycodone, and he took the one, and then he was like, then I started, ooh, and me and John looked at each other and we're like, the Hat Man, and then he's like, what? No, I started seeing spiders, and we were like, what?
That's literally the next thing I was gonna ask. So I wrote down on my topic list. I wrote down Uncle Drug seeing spider story. And I was like, what the fuck was that? This is
Yeah,
it.
we were just having Easter dinner, and like he was like, yeah, I drove to work. Probably
Jesus
shouldn't have
is
done
back.
that.
Time to get.
And I was like, Uncle Frank, what are you
Time
talking
to see
about?
heaven myself. If I'm not gonna lie.
And he was like, I was at work for about 15 minutes, and then there were spiders all over the walls, and I started screaming, and they sent me home, and I was like.
Wait, they didn't call anybody. They just sent him home.
Yeah, they just
Harold,
sent him home.
Harold. Shh. Maybe you should go home. Yeah. Shut
He's
up.
like
Shut up. Go
throwing
home.
stuff at the wall.
Yeah.
He's
My
like
uncle-
ripping. He's like curling his face skin off, and they're like, "Dude, go home."
My uncle has like a
You're
big
making a mess.
mustache, so he'd probably rip the mustache off and then
Like
like,
it's fake.
yeah.
What clean swipe?
The spiders are shielding my lip.
They're on me. They're on me.
They're in
Yeah,
my skin.
no.
They're in my skin. They're in my
That
skin.
is wild.
That was basically what he said happened, and me and my brother were like, "You had one?" And he's like, yeah, you know, I've never even smoked weed or anything,
dude,
so
just one
that's
bottle.
probably why. Yeah, I know. I was like, how did you mix up your daily vitamin? And he's like, oh, I don't know. She put them in the same place as. And I was like, and you just took it? And you
In the
didn't even
same
look
place
at what
as
it
the
was?
spider pills. I get that
Yeah.
confused quite frequently.
I know. Oh,
I take those at night.
yeah.
Old
yeah.
people after half of Vitamin Plus, or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
One a
he's
day.
off the bean. He really
90-year-olds
thought it
after
was
half
one
of one a day thinking they're back in the war.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's the giant spider Nazis again. Grandpa, would you just go home? Grandpa, quit rapping. What the fuck, man? Jeez.
Grat, grat.
It's the Nazis again.
That's a sick
Step
intro,
Up
dude.
5.
Oh my god.
Step Up 5 is a prequel.
They're like, we're just
They
gonna
go back and stop World War II with dancing.
Is
Sorry.
that the plot?
This isn't funny. Yeah, I'm just stupid.
Step Up 2027, and then they just go back in time and have
Step
a
Up
dance battle with Hitler.
2027. Dust.
And just
It's like all the rest of them.
I'm
They're
sorry,
just
are
like.
are you saying Thick Dust is coming in 5 years?
no.
Is that what you're implying?
I forgot that's in 5 years. Is it not 2008?
I know.
I just finished the Beijing Olympics. I don't know what you...
True.
Are you... Oh, man. Yeah, you're not seeing the trajectory of thick dust? You're not seeing the signs yet? Nick,
Honestly,
wake up.
Wake up, sheeple. I
Oh,
see
great.
it.
Here we go.
I can
Julian
see
is
it.
about to go into some BP rant. About the
Yeah,
environment.
exactly. I was like, I don't know. I can see it happening. I can see it happening.
Julian is like,
Textile.
actually, the dust sheets in South America have been falling at a massive
Yeah,
rate. I'm
exactly.
like, what the fuck are you on about,
like,
dude?
I don't know. Textile.
Your walls are filled with wasps. Shut up.
Mega polluters. Yeah, I'm the most natural one here. I bring the bugs.
Yeah, you
and
live in a
My
animals.
house
hive.
is an ecosystem.
It is an ecosystem.
You got
Like-
mold in one room, wasps in another.
Like earlier, I
The
was
breeding
looking,
place for hell.
I was looking on my poop map thing, and I zoomed out, and it said like I wasn't that far away from this place called like Shadow Lake, and I was like, why have I never heard of this? And then I
It's
looked
your
it up.
backyard.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's a tourist attraction. I had no idea. Like, yeah.
She
And
always
then,
wondered
like,
why these people were in her room taking pictures
I
of her.
know. Where'd these people come from?
Uncle Leo. Again?
Yep.
Sorry.
Spiders.
The spiders.
I see
Speaking
a
of
spider
spiders,
right there.
Yeah, I looked it up
I'm gonna
and,
kill it.
and it
He's
was
got
like
a stone in his right hand.
A full brick.
oh
Let
my
me get through
God.
the dust to get there.
Oh my gosh, swimming.
Grandpa.
Yeah, it was a nature preserve apparently, or it is, and it has like a 5,000-year-old peat bog, and it's full of a bunch of diverse spiders. And I was like, oh, because I was like looking at it, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll go here because it had some nice trails, and it's like, oh, there's like millions of spiders everywhere, and I was like,
Fun.
Whoa.
that's why I haven't heard
Whoa.
of it. Yeah.
Let me get this straight. How far away is this?
It's like 15 minutes from my house.
Oh,
From
okay.
the
that's
wasp
okay.
sanctuary. Okay.
Yeah, in my house with the wasp.
I was gonna say, this is how I always watch Stranger Things, and I'm like, this isn't reasonable. Like a little area where it's like, oh, out back we forgot about the pus pond that we've got. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't realistic. Come to find out, Juliana's living in this place. Goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, who knew? Who knew we had
Who
giant
knew we actually have
arachnids?
Vecna? Like,
Just
Yeah,
chilling, dude.
he's chilling. Oh yeah, speaking of the poop app, I don't know who on here made the account, but some follower went on there, someone who listens to the podcast, I was taking a dump, and they have notifications on for when I poop because they were like, wow, right in the middle of me listening to episode 26. And I was like, what? And then like the podcast, and I was like, my podcast?
Yeah, well, didn't you try to play it off at first? They were like, while I'm listening to the podcast, and you were like, well, if you think that's good, you should listen to art. And they're like, no, I am.
Yeah.
I am in the middle of one right now.
Yeah. They're like, I'm listening to a podcast right now. And I was like, yeah, you should listen to mine. And they're like, yeah, I'm on episode 26. And I'm like, oh. So whoever you are, thanks for looking at my poops. I don't post photos of them. Some people do. This individual, their most recent poop was in Mexico.
Profit.
This is how you get out of this house. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
So log pics for $5 each.
Dude, I never have logs.
Pooping in the millions of spiders place today.
Yeah.
There are literally continents of spiders in my asshole right now.
Spiders in my butthole? Bite?
Yeah. You mean the funniest videos on the internet?
Yeah, they're all adults now, Daniel. Like, Bite was like 15 years ago, dude.
You gotta let it go, dude.
I wake up, I have a spider beard.
Spider beard.
Covered
How long
in
has
peas.
it been? Oh,
Yeah, I know. My dog, sorry.
A dog like that one.
There's
Your
a
dog it just has PTSD.
there's a
nothing
cat outside that likes to torment him. And it just comes into the yard
What?
and stares at him. It walks into our yard and stares at my dog and freaks him out. And it doesn't want anything. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't like lay there. It just sits there and stares at my dog. And then like we go out and we're like, hi, kitty. And then it runs away immediately. It's just there to freak out Bandit and be like, stupid dog. And then have Bandit like jump up and down at the window freaking out.
So you
and
mean
the
like
cat's
cats do, yeah.
Yeah.
So just doing cat things.
Yeah.
Just doing cat things, yeah.
Cat things. I don't know, there's like 8
Every
cats
comic
in my
I've ever
cul-de-sac.
seen of a cat in the newspaper when I was a kid.
God, I love Garfield.
Garfello.
Not even Garfield, but like was it Did I say that?
No, have you ever seen that video?
No. What is that?
They're like,
I thought I just had a stroke. I was like, did I just say Garfield? I could have sworn I said Garfield.
No, it's a video. It's like a YouTube poop type video.
Oh, of course it is. Of fucking course it is. Goodness gracious.
Have you seen that meme where it's like an empty tray of lasagna and it's like Garfield deniers be like, must have been the wind? Stupid.
That's good. That's pretty funny. Okay. I watched a 30-minute video of Memulus explaining like the different level and tiers of the Garfield like lore, like the meme lore,
Like the
and I
thick
was
goth.
steadily much more disturbed as we went along.
It's like
and his
thick
accent makes it all
GF.
worth it because he's like hardcore like.
Garfield.
Right, so I've got three things here for you to look at about Garfield, right?
thick Garfield GF.
I love that now in every video he's got like a deep fried like one of those Garfield toys now in the background. I don't know where they came from. Those toys.
The live action Garfield, dude.
No. It's like a raggedy version of it, and like I've seen a bunch of people have it. It's not. Is it actually from the movie? No way.
Yeah, it's from like the 2003 live action
No, but
Bill
I've
Murray
seen
Garfield.
But it doesn't look like that Garfield from that movie.
You sure? It's like
Yeah.
scraggly and disgusting looking.
Okay.
It's from that movie.
Disgusting. Let me see. What does it look like, Daniel?
I'm googling raggedy old cat. Raggedy old piss cat. Raggedy old shit piss cat.
Yes.
I'm not finding it for some reason.
Murray?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
Yeah, well,
You didn't
no,
know Garfield was voiced by Bill Murray?
No,
And, like,
I was
later
just
he's
saying-
like, I regret doing that.
Yeah,
film.
yeah, exactly. I was like, isn't that what I was gonna get to?
Wasn't he? What movie was he in? Oh my gosh,
Ghostbusters.
I'm having a. Was it Ghostbusters where it was the after credit scene of him talking
Was it
about
actually?
Garfield?
No, it wasn't.
No,
In the
what movie
80s,
was
he
that?
was talking about Garfield.
Not the new Ghostbusters, you fucking idiot.
I was like, what?
The new one. The new one.
Oh, it's like, oh my god, he predicted he knew he was gonna be
Jackass.
in Garfield and he didn't change the future outcomes.
In 2003, I'm going to make a new Garfield.
He could have stopped 9/11. Oh my god. He saw all the way up to 2003.
And he only predicted the Garfield. He's like,
Yeah,
I see 9/11.
come on,
I'm
Bill.
only gonna comment on this.
Come on.
Aw, come on, Bill. He could have stopped it, man.
He had a choice. That choice was made.
Yeah, that thing. That's from the movie.
It's the
That is
2004
the
Garfield
worst
merch.
looking thing I've ever seen.
You
Did they
know,
do it
like,
as a joke?
God.
No,
Is
they
it as a
sold
joke?
that-
Oh my
They sold
god.
that to kids.
Why the eyes backwards?
Did
They're
it
going
come with a
opposite
free
directions.
pedophile? My goodness.
Oh my god.
Look at this cute kitty.
You want it?
Ew.
Buy it?
Is it? Do they
Buy it.
still sell it? Like, how do people get it now?
Still buy this.
No
Daniel, you
way.
need one?
I guess I'm buying one then. Yeah. I'm
For the
putting my
low
hard-earned.
For the low price of $18, it could be yours.
Oh, capitalism's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Amazon's choice for Garfield.
Great. Now we've reshuffled again. We're just gonna play musical chairs the rest of the time. I hate you.
Oh, we didn't move.
You moved on mine.
Oh, I didn't move on mine.
Oh, good segue. Speaking of moving, so the Queen died. You remember that?
That was a moving incident.
Daniel. We gotta work on
She did
these
in fact die.
transitions. So she
Yeah.
moved
To hell.
6 feet in. to the ground.
6 feet under.
You're right. She did. Oh.
Have you seen? I think my favorite video is the person that's directly outside of the palace, like right after it happened, and he's like, "Hi, my name is Chris Hansen. I'm outside a pedophile's house looking for a predator."
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Predator?
Dude, I was so surprised. I just didn't know enough about them, but I was so surprised that just no one had sympathy for that woman. I've never been more
No.
shocked at the internet.
When she
Oh my
died on
goodness.
Twitter, like the trending word was
Was
R.I.P.
P.
Bozo.
Bozo?
Yeah, I saw that. And then Twitter must have taken it down, right? Because by the time I checked, I don't think it was there anymore.
It was there
There's
for
n-
hours.
It was
like,
there,
every
like, I
time
was gonna say,
checked.
like, the beginning of the day, it was on there.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Because every news source was like, here we look at a street corner where everyone's crying and stripping their clothes, and then like everything else was like,
In
Rest in peace,
solidarity.
you won't be missed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everyone's like, I hope she had a painful death.
yeah.
I was like,
oh my
I was like,
gosh.
she's an old lady. And then they're like, no, you know what? She was a dedicated wife to her cousin. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know enough about all that shit. But
Someone
yeah.
from Ireland was like, yo, they just announced the Queen's death and they're blowing fireworks.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be like their 4th of July, man.
Dude, I sent Nick the video where someone was like, okay, actually, she was a great figurehead and whatever. And then he stitched it and he was like, I don't care if the bitch cured cancer. She was British. Rest in shit or something.
Yeah, got him.
That was the best video I think I saw. Holy
Her biggest
fucking
crime
hell.
was that she was British.
I've never seen the world unite on anything more in the time that I've been alive. It's 9/11 and the Queen dying.
This
My
is the closest
goodness.
to world peace.
World peace.
If all I knew it was going to take to get world peace was to kill that bitch, I would have gone up there and...
We're gonna end up on a list. Stop.
What, to kill her again?
No, kill the king now.
Oh, that's not going to take long.
Yeah,
Give
look
it 8
at,
months.
yeah, like his fingers. There were all these jokes about people who were like, dude, that man's gonna have a heart attack any second. Look at his fingers. There was
Have you
no.
seen his fingers?
His
Yeah, there
fingers?
Yeah, look it up.
You haven't seen his sausage
Dude,
fingers.
Please look it up.
Why would fingers
They're
show
Look at his
up?
bloated
fingers
like
because
crazy,
they're so
dude.
bloated. He has no circulation. The
Oh,
blood is
bloated
not
fingers
moving.
mean heart attack?
The blood is not.
Guess
moving.
my heart is strong as fuck.
Oh my my god! Just like swebbed.
Bone and cartilage.
Yeah, your hands are very webbed.
I am a skeleton. Yeah, no, I definitely got my mom's hands.
Are you a good swimmer?
Nope, and I suck at basketball.
Oh.
It's like a stick figure trying to dribble a basketball. It's not pretty.
It's not much surface area.
No, it's not a lot of surface area. So I always had to shoot the ball weird, and they were like, "That's not how you do it." Like this. And
and they break your bones.
But my tiny hands can't flip the...
Oh no!
Oh no! That's how I talked when I was 8. Why can't I flip the ball?
Your hands are not tiny. Look at your thumb. It's like the size of my middle finger. Look how long his thumb is. Look how long his thumb is. Show it to
video?
Give me a thumbs
yeah, show everyone your thumb. Show everyone your long, weird thumb.
No, stick it up. Stick it up. Don't do this.
Stick it up like this. Show them. Show it to them.
What am I doing? This is a normal thumb.
Is it?
Isn't it?
No.
This is the one that's double jointed. I mean, I can like... wait.
This is how my thumb...
Put that thing away!
I didn't know you could do that.
No!
Get that out of here. Get that out of here.
What are you doing?
No.
Okay, demon.
Why is that so weird? That's not...
It looks
know.
like you broke it.
Oh, I did. Just for the video.
I did. And it was
Look
fun.
at this.
Look at this. I just like ripped my hand off. Like...
You do it like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad.
That
What's wrong
hurts
with you
me.
guys? Stop.
That hurt me.
Like my other thumb,
You
like
guys
can't...
do this.
You just take your thumb off. Ooh. Nick, put
If
your
I see, this would be the
finger
perfect time to. This would be the perfect time to pass out. If you see me taking out my things, it's because I'm like, okay, I'm on planet Earth. What's my name again?
Reality check.
I am back. Yeah, I'm checking to make sure that I'm not like on the way out.
Pinching yourself.
I start seeing the queen sitting in the corner. I'm like, oh fuck.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. I don't want to go to hell.
Reagan?
What? Excuse me.
George Bush Sr., why are you jacking off Reagan? What the fuck?
I went to an Italian restaurant the other day, and there was a signed photo of Reagan there for sale.
Wait, where?
For sale?
Yeah.
Wait, where at?
Maggiano's in Bellevue.
You want a large pizza? Yeah. You want a signed picture of Reagan?
Yeah, I know. It's like,
You can actually switch out those potatoes for a side of a signed Reagan.
yeah, I know. It's like,
Just pay the upcharge. How much is the upcharge? $65,000.
the upcharge.
Your house.
That was the... I don't know if I sent you guys the video of me, but there were girls like screaming in the bathroom for like 10 minutes while I was just sitting there insane.
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
was
I
just, like,
saved that
drenched
video.
in
That's
sweat.
you see, these are the shit posts that would go viral for you on TikTok. You don't understand. Did you get this video, Nick? It's her like, I mean, she is in between
drenched
this
in
reality
sweat.
and the next world. Her eyes are spinning. She's drenched. She's white. She is. I mean, she's already white, but I mean, like, she's like her. She's
Dude, I
laying
got so sweaty that I slipped off the toilet. The toilet seat was all wet, and like
mid video.
my thighs were dripping. My thighs were just dripping.
Mid video, and like in the background, it's just like a bunch of middle schoolers like.
And like screaming and laughing, and I'm like, this is hell. I'm dying. I'm on fire and I'm dying. I'm in
Just
hell.
start screaming to assert dominance.
I was. Really
That would have
close to
been. That was the
like-
only thing that could have made her video better. Was at the very end. The video cuts off after a second of her going, ah.
Yeah, I knew that if I said anything, I was gonna blow chunks though.
Right.
So.
That's even more. It's even more alpha.
I'm like, shut
Why do you
the fuck
think I'm
up!
here? Why do you think I'm here right now? To throw up and pass out on camera on the podcast.
Yeah, that was what I was doing in the bathroom. Yeah, and then
Are you okay? Are you doing better?
oh yeah. I made the mistake of being like,
No,
Oh
her
my
thighs
God,
are
I
still
love-
dripping.
I love that. That happens regardless.
Sorry.
But I was like, I love their cheesecake, and as you know, I'm allergic to dairy, and I was like, I'll just have like
Dude.
a little smidgen.
Dude.
a little smidgen. And
Okay, but people with peanut allergies are like, I'll just have a couple.
In her defense, though, like, but you're not, you're lactose intolerant, right? Or,
No,
like,
she's
or he's
allergic.
actually allergic.
She's allergic.
I thought you talked about it being more of a sensitivity than an allergy.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore. I have no tolerance to it anymore. The
Yeah,
second
okay, there it is.
I consume any of it, I will either have to go to the bathroom immediately and it'll come out of one or the other end.
Yummy.
Well, don't come to the Midwest. Drive by a field of cows.
I'm not
Just
allergic to
vibrating.
cows! Thank you.
Just starts pissing out of every orifice.
Oh my
Get
god.
out. Get out.
No, I'm allergic to the protein in
Excuse
milk.
me, driver. Juliana is dripping in the back. Can we?
Yeah. Well, like the thing is, I'll be really sweaty, but I'll also be like shivering. So I'm just like, and like drenched in sweat.
This is exactly. I mean, this is exactly what I feel every time that I normally get vertigo. It's that for 7 hours. It's glorious. Like I'm numb up to like half my arms. And my legs are numb, like I can't get up out of the toilet bowl. Like normally I'm like germs, but now I'm like I can't get my tongue out of the shithole. Like
That's how
I can't lift
in the
my head.
bathroom at Maggiano's. I was just sitting straight up on the floor.
That was in Maggiano's? I thought it was at home after Maggiano's. Oh
Nope,
my god.
I ate.
You almost
and-
blew chunks in the same building as the Reagan signing?
Yeah.
Hope it was in close proximity.
It was actually. It was right outside the bathroom.
I don't know anything about Reagan. Why does everyone hate Reagan?
Because he started the war
I wasn't
on
alive
drugs.
then.
Oh yeah, true. He closed a lot of mental health facilities and just made all those people go out on the streets, which caused a lot of uptick in crime. Instead of like getting, people help in
He
psych
also
wards and
planted a
stuff.
bunch of drugs.
Yeah,
like,
he
all
planted
throughout
he
cities.
planted drugs in a lot of like
Really?
urban cities, like where a majority of the individuals are black and brown, and and then it was their war on drugs, so it's like anybody who has drugs, you're going to prison.
Yep.
So yeah, and like
that's
they
nice.
they think that him and the CIA made crack to try to kill off
Made crack?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know crack was like made then. Crack's not always been around.
It was
How
like
did
the
the
crack.
Amish build those barns so fast?
True.
How did they churn that butter so thick? How did Rome get built in a day? I mean, this is
Right.
rechanging my entire view of history.
No, that's cool.
In the beginning, there was God and a lot of cocaine.
And a lot of cocaine.
On the 8th day.
On the 8th day, there was still white. A lot of white.
Yes.
Satan laughing when you get walked into hell. Yeah, you are right. That was funny. Anyway, you're
Good
on the third
one.
door on the left.
Third
That was a good bit. That's a good bit. Anyway, your place
pulls
is
up the
down the
list.
hall.
That's a
Yeah.
good bit.
On the left.
Open mic is at 8 o'clock, shitbag.
Yeah. He pulls up the list and it's like, what's the thing you did to get here? And that's your one crime.
The podcast.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we've all heard of this. We stream it constantly down here. It puts everyone in constant
Yep.
agony.
It calms the queen.
It calms the queen. It makes the queen kill herself, and it takes a couple hours for her to regenerate. So, it's nice. It gets her to shut the fuck up every once in a while, the broad.
All the memes where it's like, she beat the gulag.
I love the meme came back of her climbing the fence once she died.
Oh yeah. Let me back in.
My goal is to make Nick vomit as much as me by the end of the night.
Dude, I
Sorry.
almost shot water everywhere, dude.
The one where she's like,
Yeah.
Greatest breach containment.
what is that from? I mean, that's edited.
I don't know, but they always
Wow.
use that image.
I'm looking at that
whenever-
picture and I'm like, it doesn't look edited.
That
It's
When
is
did
been
she do this?
circulated for years, and they always say it's the queen every single time, no matter what
I think it is.
context was. They're always like, it's the queen, and she's like 10 feet up in the air on these metal steel bars, like shaking them.
What I wonder if it was like if she was actually standing on the ground, okay, if she was on the ground, like I'm a stupid.
You're saying this is the
So
queen.
she was on the ground. I wonder if she was on the ground holding some tall door, and someone like edited the floor out from underneath her or something. Because
But
the
her legs
like that
are
looks like
also-
her though. That
Her
looks
legs
like
are
her.
also lifted. Her
But
legs
what-
are like
that- it's-
wrapped around the bars.
I'm convinced it's
What would she
her
have been doing?
in prison, where she rightfully belongs. The old coot.
Yeah.
Dig her
then
up
Padding-
and throw her in.
Paddington is just right there with her, and he's like, marmalade sandwich, whatever he eats. Oh no! It happened!
I suffered for that joke. That hurt. Ow.
Oh my god, Daniel's head's gonna be spinning for a full hour now.
Well, good news. My pulse is 140.
Woo! Resting pulse. Oh my god.
That's 130 more than the Queen before. I'm sorry.
You're right.
The Queen's heart only beat.
One time every 4 minutes.
She
Oh
would
my
just sit
God.
there, like, and then, like.
Oh my god.
Elizabeth, are you quite all right?
Lizzie.
Did the Beatles song freak you out?
Yeah, you'll have to show me. It's burned in my brain. I swear that's the Queen. She's got to be sitting in a chair. She's got to be sitting in a chair holding a scepter or something. I'm like that's
Why are her
her.
legs
Look at
like
the legs.
that?
Look at the legs.
Why are her legs like that?
The lighting matches too. Like it doesn't look like someone clipped it out. That's why it's so weird. Like I'm staring at that picture. Like
But
that's
the
the Queen.
feet-
She really
the
did that.
feet are resting on like a little, like there's like railing in the
That's
middle of the
Queen, dude.
bar.
That's literally the Queen. You can't tell
It's
me
literally the
otherwise.
Queen. You can't convince me the Queen wasn't.
A demon?
A demon.
I do say, what is that? What's all this? Oh dear. Call the constable. Blow the whistle. Get down from there.
Lizzie!
Listen here, cat. Get the fuck down.
Queen's just having a bit of fun on a Tuesday.
Our viewership in
Bit
Britain
odd.
plummets completely. Well, our one viewer in the UK is gone now, so, I mean,
Oh, I wonder why.
yeah.
Little queer.
Yeah,
Isn't
Prince
she?
Charles hates us now.
Oh no, not Prince Charles. Oh,
Which one is he?
no.
Wait, who's
Creepy
king?
one.
Who's the one that was on TV?
Nah.
Who's the one that's got
I was
hair?
friends with Epstein.
Someone posted a meme. They were like, what was it? It was something like not the pedophilic royals being bald and like would all of them, but the one having not having hair. I can't remember which one that. I don't give a shit about the royal family. I couldn't care any less. Which is so funny, right? Like it's like how much the U.S. like government is so overtaking in like other countries. You know, like I couldn't tell you who leads any of the other countries if you put a gun to my head.
So like I went to Vancouver with my brother's friends, and his friend AJ, his family is Sikh, right? So he was like, "Oh, look, a little like garden, like memorial thing for some Sikh people." And then he's like, "Let's go look at it," because it was like along the walk we were doing, and I was like, "Sure." And then we went over there, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sure this is like in honor of them because there were like hundreds of them." And then he's like, wait a minute. He read about it, and it was like they all died. It was in memory of them. And what happened was the British Parliament like stopped them from entering Canada because that's where they were seeking asylum. And then they were like, no. So then like they all like got like lost at sea or something and died or starved at sea or whatever. And there were like
Okay.
families and children and everything. And then at the end of the little thing, it was like, so Canada made this to show that we care about people and to acknowledge that
Shut
this
the
event
fuck
happened.
up, Maple
I know,
people.
right? I know. And then he was like, wait a minute. Yeah, he was like, did they really try to spin this in a positive light? He was like, what? They're like, that's right. At
Here's
least
an
we're not
8
like
by 10 plaque.
yeah. He was like, at least we're not. It was covered in bird poop. It was covered,
Oh.
covered in bird poop. And then, like, yeah.
Here's an
and
8
then,
by 11 sheet piece of paper and Times New Roman 12-point double-space font to remind us that the Twin Towers was a terrible incident that should not be
Yeah.
repeated.
It's written in
Exactly.
crayon.
It was
My
exactly
son did
like
this.
that, though. I was like, this is so messed up. How they try to spin it in a positive light? They were like, at least we're not like the British who deny things or cover things up. We acknowledge that we killed all those people. And I was like, Jesus. Oh my God.
Anyway, today's podcast is sponsored by Canada.
Yeah.
We've killed so many different minorities.
I'm surprised we have any natives left.
Honestly, if we have any, we'd probably do it again, given the circumstances.
If your family member has been killed, please come in for a complimentary bottle of syrup.
Yeah, for real.
Please come one for a buy one, get one free at Hungry Jack's.
Oh my gosh, and then like we went to this ramen house that was supposed to be like really, really good. Like it had crazy reviews. When we got up to the place, the line was super long down the street, like a 20-minute line, and we're like, this place has to be bomb as fuck. And like Vancouver has like a really high Asian population. So like I was like, okay, this has to be really good because a lot of people are saying it's authentic. So I was like, cool. And we went in there and like there's like no white people in there. So I was like, okay, good signs, right? And then like
It's a good sign no matter where you are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so like we're sitting down to order and we're like, wait, this is the whole menu? Because we saw it outside and we're like, there has to be more like on the menu
Bread.
once we get in there. No, and it was just like
Noodle.
yeah, it was like
With
four,
a U.
like yeah, it was like 3 different bowls. It was like one that was just like a piece of pork,
Water.
and it was like 2 pieces of pork, noodles, and then broth. And then it was like 5 pieces of pork, noodles, and broth. And then
Just pasta water in a cup.
yeah, and then we were like, okay, so like this
It's
isn't
just
gonna
pasta salad in a Dixie cup with spit.
Ew. Ew, that sounds
$500.
That's basically what it was like, man. I was so
The full
disappointed.
experience.
I was so
The
disappointed.
full Canadian
man.
experience.
Like, okay, but there was like this top
And they
food.
beat the shit out of you at the end.
Yeah. This was a top food critic who said like, "Oh, hit me with a sledgehammer, run me over with a car, knock me out. This is the best ramen I've ever had. This is one of the
Not because
best
the
meals
food's
you can
good.
get."
I really want to die.
Yeah, and then he was just going on and on about it, and it's like from the decor to the ambiance to the blah blah. The place was fucking empty. They had like 2 lights on the walls, and they were just regular like lights. They were just
The LED bar lights
Yeah,
that were humming.
yeah, and
You're
then
in like
and then
you're in like the skeleton of an old Pizza Hut.
yeah, and then there were just booths along the wall, and then they said, oh, it was very authentic Japanese decor.
There were boots.
said that
what about
was?
boots? There were boots on the wall.
Booths.
Boobs. Sorry.
Booths.
Yeah, and then so like
I love the decor. Breasts.
oh yeah, very
Stapled
authentic
to the wall.
Japanese. And then the server comes up and she's like, oh, like, what do you guys want to order? And then we're like, okay, I guess the one option, which is just pork with noodle with broth. And so she's like, okay. And then she got to my brother's friend Zana, and then he was like, oh, I'm good. And then they're like, 1 order minimum required. And we were like, and we were just we were just sitting there in awkward silence, like, what? And then they're like,
The
1
decor is great. Hit me with a sledgehammer. Run me over with a tractor.
I know, right? I was like, are they
Yeehaw.
threatening people to make these reviews? What is this? But the thing is, everybody in there, as soon as they got their meal, they were like slurping it down and they're like, so good. And I was like,
Yeah, because they have a little red dot from a,
yeah, I know. Yeah, literally.
from a gun pointed to their head.
Literally, there was a Japanese couple right next to us, and the guy was like, this is so good. And I was like, so like,
No
I
kidding.
saw it.
They're serving you pond water in a styrofoam bowl with the picture of your kid on the front with crosshairs. No wonder.
I was like, no way, no way. And then,
Do you
like,
have the app Yelp? It's like, what?
Do you perchance have heard of the electronically activated location called Yelp?
they're like, whip it out right now.
You could actually give your infatuation by the celebration of the symbol of the heavens. We could use 5 of them.
It would be a shame if you didn't like your food this evening.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh god.
I know. That was exactly how it was. And the server was just staring at us, waiting for him to put in an order. And we're like, oh, well, like, he was like, I guess I'll take like a Sprite. And then they're like, no, meal required. You have to order a meal. And he was like, I don't
Can
eat
you
pork.
do that? Is that
And he's
legal?
like, he was like, I don't eat pork, I'm Muslim. And then they were like, 1 meal order required.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
we
I
were
can
like-
do that.
And we were like, what the F? So then he just ordered like a plate of like pork
Piss.
dumplings. He just got like a plate of pork dumplings or something like that. So he couldn't even eat them. He just gave them to us. The weird thing was they didn't even give him like the card scanner. They charged it to my brother because my brother ate most of them. And I was like,
They were
what?
watching your table?
Yeah. And so,
Actually,
like,
it seems more like John is the eater at this table.
yeah.
Charge it to his card.
It was so weird.
Also,
So
charge those sniper rifles we bought to his card.
Oh yeah, put him on snipes.com.
Call back.
Throwback.
Yeah, and then like my brother's friend AJ, he yells like he's got a really loud voice, and he's just like he took a sip of it and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" And like in the restaurant, and it's a small ass restaurant. And he's like, it's like chicken noodle soup, and I was just like, everybody's just staring at us in the restaurant, and we were all visibly like pissed, and we're like, are you serious? They were gonna charge $2 to add an egg to this? $2 to add an egg.
Worth it.
All
Sorry.
ramen places, dude. They come with the fish cake thing. They come with the egg. They come with seaweed. They always come with other things other than
They always
noodle.
what?
Noodle and broth. They are always served with more than noodles and broth. Like if they did
That's
the
so
noodles
weird.
and broth, like they were like the best noodles and broth and like pork belly I ever had, then I would be like, okay, they just have something really simple that they do really well. But it was like top ramen noodles, quality noodles. The broth was like creamy. It was like not like the standard like umami flavor you'd get in a ramen. Like it wasn't like miso creamy. It was like dairy creamy, so it made my stomach hurt.
Ooh.
And it was like chicken noodle soup was like the flavor of it. Like Campbell's chicken noodle soup, but like you added creamer to it. And I was like, this is terrible.
This tastes like pumpkin spice.
yeah. Caramel. It was
Feels
so
like fall.
yeah, and I was like, at least like it wasn't super expensive or anything, but like I was like, this is so upsetting. How are they getting away with this?
So, the anal beads in the chess tournament.
That's what else you have written down. Well, they can't like confirm or deny he did because they don't have a record of his asshole from that night. But like,
Why did you say that so officially? We don't actually have record of the assailant's asshole, so we
Let me
can't
see.
really.
Come on.
well,
Pull it out.
if you were talking about in court, that's literally what they
Whoa.
would say. Okay. Well, everybody was like, oh, this really low-ranked player beat the best player. Like, how is that possible? And everybody
Anal
was like,
beads.
yeah, everybody was like really sure he cheated. And then they're like, he had to have something up his butt and it was vibrating it, giving him cues of what to do.
You're joking.
Nope.
He learned Morse code.
He learned to signal Morse code up his ass.
I
Well, that'll
don't
be
know.
helpful if anyone ever needs help in my ass.
Yeah.
SOS.
But
Better
he
get down
did
there.
he did admit to cheating on online tournaments in the past, but Yeah, I don't know.
Kill him. Sorry.
Sew his asshole shut.
No,
so
there
he
was
can
a-
never cheat again. Punishment.
Show us the video.
Shit out your dick from now on.
Yeah.
No, there was a psych episode. There's so many easier ways to get vibrating cues. Why the hell would you immediately go to anal
It's
beads?
the most fun.
You're not wrong. No, there was a psych episode. There was a psych episode where that same exact thing happened, but it was a kid's inhaler.
Yeah, I don't keep up with chess too much. Some of my friends do for some
No
reason.
one does. You're kidding. Really?
I just said they have in our Discord chat. There is a separate chess chat, which I'm not in.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
Of all
So
days, that was the day to
so
check
I'm
the
sure
chess chat.
exactly. I was
No
gonna say
kidding. No fucking kidding.
I should have asked them what
Invite
was
me.
happening. They
Hey
were
guys.
they were
What's the
talking
deal with
about
this?
it. Like in the main chat, they were like, "Did you see that blah 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 beat blah blah blah?" And they're like, "No way." And I was like, and then when I bring up football,
Did you see that
teams-
Joe Caravan beat Solacinho Quadras fast?
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly what it was like.
When he moved a rook 4 to d9.
Dude,
Sorry.
that's how these.
This is
that's how
coming
these-
from someone that's been to chess tournaments as a kid.
I saw the Joker movie for my birthday when it came
You mean
out. Right,
Batman? Wait, which one are we talking about?
Joker with
Joker?
Joaquin
Oh,
Phoenix.
You know, Joker from the movie Joker.
Joker.
Imagine being able to say that organically. Wow. Good, nice having a stupid friend sometimes, isn't it?
You mean
I
the
am-
Batman movie?
And
she's like, did I not just say Joker movie?
I know,
This
right? I
Dumb
was
piece
like-
of shit.
I was like, did I? Yeah, and I saw it, and I was like in the middle of downtown Seattle, and there were a lot of like sweaty dudes in the theater. Like it
Oh,
smelled
of
like
course.
armpit in there.
Target
And-
audience. Woo!
Yeah, and then and then like these dudes kept getting up and like going to the back, and then like leaving their seat and going back and going in and out, and I started getting
That makes
really
me super anxious.
really sweaty and I was genuinely really nervous. Like I've never felt that way during watching a movie.
Yep.
But I was just like sweating, and like I whispered to my friend, and I was like, I'm starting to get worried about these people, because this is like the fifth
Yeah.
time they've gone in and out, and it's like a
Yeah.
group of guys who kept doing it,
Mhm.
and nothing ended up happening, but I was freaked the fuck out. I was just like, what? Why are they
You
doing
just have
this?
bladder
And
issues.
yeah, I know, probably. And I was in like the back row, so like they kept going right behind me, and like one of them kept standing right behind me, and I was like, oh
What?
my god.
She's like while trying to watch the movie, they're just like,
Just breathing down her neck.
Yeah,
they keep
well,
leaving,
like,
and they're like, man, I'm sorry they're like, I really hope I don't disturb anybody with my bladder issue. And Juliana's like, white knuckle gripping
Yeah, and
the
I'm just
seat,
like-
Murderer.
No, that same thing happened to me. So I was freaking out, and I couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't eat, couldn't do anything. And I was like, I should go watch a movie. So I went to go see what was out that weekend. Elvis. Didn't know how much of a fucking terrible idea that was. So to calm my panic attacks,
Tripping balls.
I went to a 3-hour acid trip where Elvis is tortured by drugs and alcohol. And the camera's spinning around, and while this is all going on, and the movie is genuinely giving me a panic attack, that same thing was happening. And it was the fullest theater that I've been in forever.
Yeah.
Every seat was filled. My seat was taken that I signed up for, so I just
Oh.
had to sit. I had to sit in another seat. Thankfully,
Can't
it
you
was
say like, hey, this is my
Yeah,
seat?
didn't you?
I'm not gonna do that after the movie had already like. It was just. I'm not gonna do that. I'm
But when
already
did you
freaking out.
arrive?
When it's like a family of people sitting in that, you're asking everybody to move. Like there was another
And-
Your
chair.
seat, because you're
And
gonna
you
take someone
got it.
else's seat. and
Okay.
then
Yeah, I was
the-
gonna say.
Hold on,
they-
listen. Any
don't
other
care if
day.
people have
shush,
families.
shush, 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 shush,
I don't care.
shush, shush. Any other day, you are completely right, and that's exactly what I do. I made a family move in a showing of Frozen 2 for myself. Just kidding. It's just that particular day, like I was having a panic. I did not want to interact with anyone. I was already freaking out. I was just like, I just need a chair. I can't do this right now. And this chair, like it wasn't like in a row. It was like a
You were
handicap
sitting
chair.
on the steps.
I'm
of the
rocking
theater?
myself on the steps, like sucking my thumb. No. So I'm in I get a good spot, but I'm in anyway. I know I'm not in my chair. The theater is completely full. And for the first 30 minutes of this movie, people keep coming in, leaving the door open and just standing in the door and looking around.
That was like
and then people were like called in, and then people would walk in, stand at the front, flash a flashlight. Then a security guard was called in, and I'm just sitting there sinking further and further into my chair. I'm like, oh my fucking gosh.
What was the reasoning? Do you know?
No idea. I think it was just people taking different seats, which I don't understand in those theaters. When you buy tickets, you sign up for a seat. It's not like in olden times where it was all free for all. So I don't understand how this works. But
someone just brought in a rotisserie chicken and they're like, "Hey, get it out of here!
Get it out of here!"
Stinking up the movie.
I remember
it's the cop from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs kicks in the door. He's like, "I smell eggs."
I saw what was it, The Fault in Our Stars or whatever, on the last day of like school or whatever with my friends because they really wanted to see it, and I watched it, and I genuinely was like, that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and I'm irritated, and I want to watch a different movie now. And because my friends, I was like, I'm not leaving after watching just that. It's leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and my friends were like, oh my god, and then one other person agreed with me in the group, and I was like, so then I was like, let's go see 22 Jump Street, right? We went, and they were like, I don't want to pay for another one, so let's just like sneak into the theater next door. And we were like, fine, whatever. And then like the person was going around with his flashlight before the movie started, and like the theater was like pretty empty. There were like a couple people in there, but there were some guys directly in front of us. And the guy went up to them and was like, "Hey, can I see your tickets?" And they were like, and then they handed them to him, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave." And then they left, and then he turned around right to us, and he's like, "Psh, these kids thought they could get away with this. They had How to Train Your Dragon 3 tickets." And we're like, what a bunch of dorks.
They had Titanic tickets, these morons.
They had Avatar.
Kung Fu Panda.
I think we were all like 16 at the time, so you had to be 17 to watch the movie anyways. And then I'm
sorry, keep going.
And then we were just like, ha, yeah, what a bunch of goobers. And then he's like, you ladies enjoy the movie now, and then just left us and never checked our tickets. But we were like,
do you know how funny that would have been if he actually checked your tickets though? Like, I would have bust out laughing, honestly.
I know. I was like,
that's so good. That's so. You guys should have like gone. You guys should have been like. I was thinking you were gonna be like. I was so nervous. I was shouting at those kids that were leaving. Yeah, you fucking idiots! Pay for your fucking tickets next time. We've worked hard to get here. She's like kicking them out. She's like kicking them with their feet like out the door. These dumbass motherfuckers, and the guard's like, calm down.
That was the day I threw up all over Trapper Sushi. We went to Trapper, so it was last day of school, right? We went to the lake first, and we were like, yeah, we're hanging out at the lake, and then we're like, we're hungry. Let's go get Trapper Sushi. And I had not ate like very much the day before, and I didn't eat anything that day in preparation to do all you can eat sushi, right? So I was hyped. I had 2 rolls, and I was like, I think I'm gonna vomit. And my friends were like, are you sure? And then one of them like looked at my sushi because I had like raw fish on mine, and they like didn't like raw fish, and they're like, ew, is that the vomit? And I'm like, no, this is my sushi. This is actually what I ordered. And they're like, oh,
but this is
yeah. And then I was like,
that's not my vomit, it's raw fish. As if that's any better.
Yeah, and I was like, and then my friend was like,
it's just
maybe
an animal straight out of its ecosystem.
Yeah, my friend was like, maybe you're just bloated. And then she just like unzipped my pants, and she's like, does that feel better? And I was like,
whoa. Huh? What was the amount of steps that happened between?
She just unzipped my pants.
Oh, come here.
yeah, that's what
Man,
she did.
I need some of your friends. Goodness. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, okay. My friend was like, just keep eating. You'll probably feel better now that
you have terrible friends.
That's horrible
the hike
advice.
And this stuff, yeah, no kidding.
Oh, you feel nauseous? Put more food in you.
Hey, drink this cow milk, yeah.
Well, they were like, you're probably just like hungry, like your stomach hurts because you're hungry. Like,
but
you're not 3 years old. You know what being sick is. Oh, you're just hungry. Aw.
Have a little more.
And then I I just started vomiting, like, uncontrollably. Like, I had barf in my cheeks, and I was, like,
Making her
holding it.
butt chug it because she can't drink it.
I was like, and then I started running to the bathroom, and the door was locked. You had to have a code to get in. So I was like, wiggle, wiggle, and I was like, shit, and then more vomit started coming. So then I grabbed the trash can just right next to a couple at their table, and I was like, right next to this couple, and they just were eating their sushi and were like watching me vomit sushi everywhere in front of them, and I was like,
What's all this then?
yeah, and I was like, sorry about that. And then
and then my raw fish.
yeah, and then
wow,
and
this
then
trash can is filled with raw fish.
And then I went back to the table, and
Ew.
I was like, I have to barf more, but the door is locked. Can you get the lock code real quick for me? And my friend was like, sure. And so then, like, she came back, and I was like waiting at the door, and then I was typing in the code that she gave me, and I was like all over the doorknob and the code thing.
Julianna.
And then I finally opened it after I threw up all over the doorknob and that in my
Your
hand.
fingers are just like squelching on the numbers.
Yeah, all over my own hand. And then I get into the bathroom, and I just the bathroom stalls are all taken, so I just have to vomit in the sink.
Oh, ew. So it's just filtered raw fish.
Yeah.
So just, I mean, rinsed raw fish that just, I mean, it's probably pretty clean, actually.
Yeah, and then we went to the movies, and my friends really wanted to see The Fault in Our Stars, and I was like, you know what? I'm irritated after seeing that movie. I'm not having a good time because I was sick. And they're like, okay, fine, we'll see 22 Jump Street because you barfed so much.
So you went to the movies afterward?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
It was right next door to the movie theater.
I don't care. If you're sick, you're sick, dude.
I could barely make it to a bathroom in a building with a bathroom right next to the table. So I'm going to go sit in a giant room for 3 hours. That is a hallway away from the nearest bathroom.
Yeah, but I got it all out. I felt
People
better.
and latex chairs.
You know, I got barfing problems, man. You know, once it's gone, I know it's gone. So
genius.
Yeah.
Wise words to live by.
Yeah, you know, like the other day when I was throwing up at Maggiano, I was about to get into my friend's car, and then I was like, I think I have to throw up again. And then I just went over and I vomited like right in the middle of the parking garage. And then I didn't throw up any of my meal. I just threw up only the cream, only the dairy. It's really weird.
You kept the food and you threw up the liquid?
Yeah. All the food stayed down and I just threw up only cream. It's really weird. That was what I was getting to.
I don't know how that works.
My body
her stomach doesn't.
It.
Well, no, her stomach doesn't digest anything, so it just like swallowed the food and it just kept the liquid out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it like filtered it. It was really weird because I don't know. I'm allergic to like the protein in milk, and I guess it just took out all the milk, and then
get that out of here.
Yeah.
Juliana's stomach separates the food by molecule and throws up the specific atoms.
Yeah, it was really weird. I asked.
Pardon me while I throw up electrons separated.
Yeah. And then I asked my friend. I was like, did you see that? I just threw up like straight up milk, and they were like, no, I wasn't trying to look at it, and I was like, oh.
I would have looked, dude. I would have looked.
I would have looked. This is why you should. Yeah, it's why we all need to go on vacation. Yeah.
Somebody just rung the doorbell.
Oh, I thought that was the dog. Sorry.
Oh, that was the dog.
Just to explain why I barked like a Daniel does that sometimes. Anyway, that's quite a story. And anyway, next thing we got. Next story we have.
Anyway, sorry.
Sorry, I was just letting those dogs out.
Yeah, and then you just whip your feet out. Yeah. Oh yes, thank you.
That's so dumb.
It's like Sorry about that.
No, put it away. No.
She wasn't looking. She wasn't looking.
I looked up. I
so
saw
funny.
the end of it. I don't want to
endure
see.
that by myself.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to
The
see it.
carpet gripper away.
I could have flashed Nick right there, and that would have been perfect opportunity to.
No.
There was a youth group event that happened in this town. This is the same town. It's all in this fucking town. There was a youth group event, I guess, that happened, and they were at a lake, and I think it was definitely just the men. Well, not men, I should say. It's high schoolers, so it's boys, underage boys, and one of the dads that was like
So these
chaperoning
are all religious
the thing.
people who are just like really.
Oh yeah. One of the dads that's at this thing, at the lake, at this thing, like they're trying, like everyone just gets to the lake, and they're like, "Oh, who's the first one to get in?" The guy strips naked and like jumps in the lake. This is a full-grown man around a bunch of underage boys that did this. This is someone this was a man that knows full well what he's doing. Anyway, I didn't hear it. My parents purposely didn't tell me about this happening because this was when my brother was in high school.
Because they wanted you to go to the camp the next year.
Stop.
No. I was in college at this point. This happened when my brother was in high school. But anyway, they didn't mention it because I think if I had heard about it, I would have gone back and I would have, like, this is at a point in my life where I would have very easily gone back, walked into that church and confronted him in the middle of Sunday service. I was livid because this is a guy that's held in very high esteem in this community. That's very like.
Of course it is.
I love.
That's
the
how
kids.
they get away with stuff.
And this is a
They
town where I can
always
honestly.
are, man.
If one day is gone.
Okay, well maybe don't document that.
Yeah.
On a podcast.
Yeah, I know. Right.
This part's cut out. Oops. For more information, where I detail the murder specifically, I swear I'm going
The
insane.
murder tier.
Murder's here.
$10,000.
For
That's
all of you
good.
who are into true
Legal
crime.
fees.
The profile picture of the person that buys that tier is like a cop, but like trying to look like a college student. Like, I'm 16. Wow, great podcast, guys.
There's
Could you tell me a little bit?
hat.
It's an
And, like-
officer hat. Just sideways.
He's like painted like cream color over his like very distinct mustache. He's like, I'm a young man with no pubic hair and I'm just fresh.
Oh, wow.
What's going on here,
Getting
guys?
specific.
We're like, dude, what? What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, here's the murder plan.
Anyways, as I was saying. Thanks for your support so I can go out and live my dreams of murdering this guy.
Dude, that's actually a good movie idea. Sorry. Anyway, it made me such a giant cat. No, a movie about a guy that builds a
Funds
Patreon, funds to a murder and goes and kills someone, like just once because it would only happen once. I haven't seen it yet, but there's a movie called Spree that sounds like that kind of genre. Yeah. I think he was like, what is he doing? He's streaming kills in his car or something like that. I need to see
I'm pretty
it.
sure
like-
that account that they use is still active too.
What the?
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they kept it up.
I used to love when like movies had things like that, like phone numbers or like websites that they would like keep up as Easter eggs. I used to think that shit was so fucking cool. There was a commercial I saw. I actually wrote down a couple commercials on here that I thought were just really stupid for some reason. They're probably not even that funny to anyone but me. So there was a commercial that came up for an alcohol. I can't even remember what the alcohol was for. Big drink responsibly up on it. The commercial was a guy. It couldn't have come at a better time. I'm pretty sure they waited for the hurricane to make landfall before they released this ad, which is hilarious. So the video, this commercial is literally a surfer walking up on the beach. Everyone's running off the beach because there's a giant storm coming. And he puts his surfboard on. He surfs directly into the storm. And the ad was like, take the storm head on. And the thing was like, drink responsibly. But like, it's okay to surf into a hurricane.
Wait, what?
Excuse
What?
me.
Whose marketing is
I know,
this?
right?
Mike's
They're
Hard
like-
Lemonade.
Bush
Yeah,
Light.
They're like, take the storm head on. Drink and drive, man. It's fun. You should do it.
Drink and
If you've
serve.
got balls. Yeah, they're like, if you've got balls, you'll drunk drive.
You do it.
It's like that meme from Space Jam where Bill Murray comes on and the caption was like, when driving gets boring, and then it's like alcohol and drugs, and it was like, maybe I can be of some assistance.
That's stupid.
I know. It's
Or
funny.
that one where it's like 70% of like deaths in car accidents are caused by sober drivers, and it's like me drinking and driving to increase my risks of chances of surviving.
Golly. Oh, and the other commercial then was, it was a Ram commercial. This one I actually wrote down what it was. It was only like 2 lines long. It made, I don't know why I laughed so hard. I just expected them to elaborate more on the thought, and they just stopped. But it was like that deep voice, It was like, it was like, there's never, no, he was like, there's never a situation in which you can have too much power. Ram.
What?
And I was like, I mean, I could think of 1,000 situations where there's too much
Harvey
power.
Weinstein has entered the chat.
Yeah, are you
like,
fucking
what?
kidding me? I was like,
Excuse me?
No.
having a baby, sex, drinking dairy. Like, there are a million situations where you don't need to have that much power, man.
No, that's too much power.
I could drink milk. He's too strong.
He's too strong. A group of people I went to high school with started as milkmen. They were like milkmen for like part of the pandemic or something, and all of them were like, I felt like I aged 4 years, and I was like,
I'm sorry, do you want to elaborate what a milkman is?
they were just delivering milk. Like the Smith.
People still do
Smith
that?
Brothers?
People do that?
Uh-huh.
First, why just, I'm going to go to the store and buy everything except the milk. I'm going to have a boy bring me that one right to my door.
Yeah.
Little
I don't
glass
know.
bottles that I'll reuse over and over.
Then I get to clink and wash out and let them dry, or else the community watch guard will get on my ass. Awesome.
There's
Yep.
a milkman in Washington?
Apparently enough that there could be
Hey,
a
they have a
group of
really
people
good
doing
needle
it.
program, okay, Nick?
Shut up, dude. Is that
Yeah.
to do with milk?
What does that have to do with
Everything.
injecting milk?
Milk in my veins.
I was like house sitting and dog watching for like a family one time, and they had a milk person come.
There's
And
no way. There's no. What's the catch?
I don't know, but they
Is
were
it
like,
cheaper?
they're like, make sure
It
you
must
get the
be.
milk. Make sure you're there when they're like, make sure you're there when the milkman comes, because it was the middle of summer, and they're like, so you don't leave the milk out too long.
Why?
What is this? The 50s? What am I listening
No
to?
kidding.
There's no
Have
way.
we lost communication with the city? What the fuck?
Put it in the store.
I don't know.
Make sure. Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if the milkman could put it someplace. In the meantime, if you can't make it there, like the store fridge. There's no way a glass bottle of milk, hand delivered by a human, is cheaper than going and getting a great value gallon made out of paper. There's no way.
Lively, are they paying the guy in advance?
Yeah, I think it's like a subscription type thing, like you pay monthly or whatever.
I'm subscribed to milk. Like, what?
I'm subscribed to Milk Boy. Thanks,
Milk,
Joe.
Milk Boy
Milk Boy.
Weekly.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's like a secret thing. Like the milkman is actually like a gigolo, and it's just like a front for the housewives, Like, so that they're like the milkman came today.
But we're in 2022. There's no way that someone's like, oh, the milkman.
You can get gigolos at the store too. It's 2022.
Just go on Craigslist.
Or Sam's Club.
They're all the same.
I was gonna say, Tinder's a lot cheaper.
Yeah. I haven't been able to I had like 7 videos or 7 edits in a row that weren't hitting the TikTok. I hadn't done good edits, so I apologize. But then the one that finally hit was the leper one. But I don't think it was necessarily because it was so funny as much as like the structure of how I edited it. I think people were just hooked into listening to it. Anyway, the comments were people offended on behalf of lepers. Did you see the comments?
I saw that.
I was like, oh my fucking gosh.
Well, actually.
Lepers aren't that, disruptive to society. You could probably touch them and still not get it. And I was like, bring me back to Bible times and banish them to the island of rocks, man.
Stop.
Just kidding. Goodness gracious. I think that video, because it was getting popular, it was hitting a bunch of people that hadn't seen our stuff before and didn't know that, like, we weren't actually worried about getting sick. I mean, it was a joke.
Yeah.
About the whole thing, but I think they were just like, well, my dad's a leper, and actually, it's actually not that bad. I mean, his arm's falling off, but I mean, we're fine. Thanks,
I don't know a
dude.
single leper.
He's just rotting away, but like he's vibing.
He's vibing.
His eyes have rotted out of his sockets, but I mean, he's not that contagious. Like,
he's got glass eyes now.
I responded as a joke, like the person was like, fun fact, like I have the 15
Fun
comments
fact.
that were this. One of them was like, fun fact, leprosy is actually, it's that was the comment. They're like, leprosy is actually really hard to catch. It's actually hard for you to get to the company called that encyclopedia. And I was like, fun fact, we're just idiots making jokes and not doctors. And they were like, I'm not a doctor either, but I know. And I was like, shoot me. It's like, oh
Fun
my
fact,
gosh.
don't care. And then he's like, I'm not a doctor, and you're like, cry about it.
I should have responded
plus ratio,
with
plus cry about it, plus bitchless.
well, I'm out of content now until now this episode, but the next one I post, I need to respond to that comment and be like, fun fact, I hate lepers.
Yes.
Fun fact,
Yes.
I hate your parents. They should give you up.
Oh my god.
Fun fact, if your dad pulled out, maybe you wouldn't.
Jesus Christ.
The other day, I had a sleepover with one of my friends, or like two of my
Ooh.
friends, and like her family friend made menudo, and like we had it for breakfast, and my friend, she was like, no, I don't like that stuff, and then like my other friend was eating it, and she was like, what the fuck, you just out Mexicaned me? And then the guy who made it basically was like, he's like, how do you say like, and then he basically just said cry about it in Spanish, and I lost my shit, and I was like, what? Because he's like a middle-aged dude, and like I was like, what?
That's so funny.
I was like, why is he so based? I was like, what? I was like, did he say what I thought he said? And then she's like, yes, fuck you.
I'm such an idiot because when someone starts like shouting at Spanish for no reason, even though I don't know what they're saying, even though I should after several years of this, like I will listen intently to every word. No idea what they're saying, but I'll be like, everyone, shh, shh, shh. She's yelling at this person in the street. I want to hear. No idea what she's saying.
What happened?
But it's great.
I know, right?
Something about a library or I don't know.
I know. I'm like, I'll pick up like some of it, and I'm like, the dog did something. What the dog do?
The dog
We're
toy.
all, our brains are broken. No,
my
actually,
thing is, like, I start like translating it in my head, and then I mix up like Italian with Spanish because like a lot of the words are similar.
they're
So I'm like,
close, yeah.
oh shit, were they saying this or this? And then by the time I've translated it, they're already on another sentence, and I'm like, yes.
my Spanish teacher would be so disappointed in me. I have my Spanish book still. I need to get back into it. Our Spanish teacher, like once the year was done, she invited me and like two of my friends over to their house. It was her and her husband Jesus, and they made us like
What?
a full genuine like meal and all this stuff, and they were super nice. And like she thought we knew Spanish. She's a lovely lady. Was not a good teacher. I'm sorry, but I mean, we would be like, hey,
Speaking Spanish.
well, no, that was the problem because we'd be like, hey, Jesus, can you pass the I don't know, the beans or something? And she'd be
she's
like,
like, "En
ask
español?"
him in Spanish, and we were like,
You're like free.
Benzo,
Los frijoles.
You're like
pass me los
frijoles.
beans, yeah.
Yeah.
Tango hombre.
You're like, yo quiero frijoles.
Screaming and shaking.
Donde piss room.
Tango hacer pipí.
There are people I've seen videos of people on TikTok that genuinely don't believe that Scottish people are real. It kind of, I don't know. That's not even a topic. It's not even.
It's a conspiracy theory that they're just making stuff
Nick's
up.
just like.
They're like,
No, there were people actually offended. They were like, "You're white. Stop talking like that." And there was a Scottish person like, "That's not actually right. That's like totally wrong about that." And I don't know. I was just like, "This isn't real. This isn't real. This is fake."
Turn off the accent. I know you put it on for the camera.
Turn off. Turn it off. It's fake. Well, they were like somehow offended that they were like wearing kilts and they were like proud of their culture or whatever. And they were like, "You're white. Stop." And it was like, all right, like
that happened to people in high school, at my high school. It was like white people don't have any culture, and they're like, but my family's from Europe, and we still appreciate our culture, and they're like, doesn't matter, you're white.
Yeah, I don't.
We hate white people.
Really though, why are they still around? It's disgusting.
Oh my
God. I hate them. The entire Midwest, just get rid of it.
No.
Oh my God.
Just your part. Mine's
that would be any other country's warning shot of a nuclear weapon is to hit the Midwest. And they're like, "Oh no, we've lost 20 people and 5,000 bushels of grain."
Okay, it wasn't his eyelashes falling off, it's his eyebrow falling down his
I
face.
think that's so much worse.
His eyebrow is just like sliding down his face.
Why do people wear... I have so many questions.
I don't know. Yeah, women fill in their eyebrows.
Yeah, what's with the makeup thing? Stop.
We like you with no makeup.
You guys are pretty.
Oh my word. Cosplayers get that so much. It's just sad. Where they're like, "You look pretty without the makeup." It's like, yeah, but I don't look like an elf, so I can't.
Yeah, it's like, I'm doing it for fun.
Like, it's for fun, you stupid idiot.
The other day I was going on like a tangent about how it was like, you need to just let us greasy girls like live, because do you remember when there was like that Amen. Gross girls. Let us lazy girls go around being lazy. Yeah, no, they're like, do you remember when the clean girl aesthetic was like really popular a few months ago? I don't know, but it was like Hailey Bieber and like, I don't know, the Hadids or whatever made like,
so
it's
girls
like
were showering and like
yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Yeah, what's the deal with that? They would like, they would put hair gel in their hair to make it look like it was greasy, but it was like clean, and then like they would wear all this makeup to make it look like they were wearing no makeup. Like, it's not just the no makeup, it's like they specifically make it look like they're glowing with no makeup.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, it is genius. And then like the news camera people like came up to what was it, one of the TikTok girls, Dixie D'Amelio or whatever.
This is recent.
And they came up to her and they're like, so a lot of people online are saying that you're giving off like dirty girl aesthetic, like you're gross and greasy. Like, it was her literally leaving like the gym and stuff.
Oh.
And I was like, this makes me feel bad, because like the way she looked in that video is how I look like all the time. So I was like, oh my God.
That still happens all the time. It's just casual like paparazzi photos of people, and all the comments are like boys being like disgusting. I'm like,
yeah.
This can't
Everybody
be real.
online,
This can't
everybody
be real.
was online was just like, you're giving off gross girl, dirty girl aesthetic. And I'm like, because she's just not wearing makeup that makes it look like she's not wearing makeup. What?
And the person typing that comment is like the ugliest shitbag you've ever seen. But like, there was a picture of Margot Robbie just like unfiltered on the beach, and I'm pretty sure I saw a TikTok where like someone was talking about all of the comments being ugly, disgusting, and they were like, "It's Margot Robbie, you dumb fucks!" Like, what are you talking about? Like, she doesn't look like she did in Wolf of Wall Street. Like, oh
she
my
doesn't have
God.
like a giant hair. Yeah.
Doesn't look like Harley Quinn. Her skin's not bleached. Pour some bleach into the ocean, then maybe it'll get hard. Fucking hate people.
Dude,
We need to let you go. It's past 11:30.
It's been fun.
It's been really fun.
Bye.
Goodbye. See you guys
Bye.
later. Don't do anything stupid.
You're like, we will. Bye.
Don't tell me what the fuck to do. Yeah, no kidding.